Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Man. Proudly presents, you know what it is, man. Sunday Fun Days, Collectors Lounge International. If you hear, you hear. And if you know, you know. It's going to be a great show today. A lot going on in the universe that is DC, but we're going to actually cover that. Try to do a couple of things that's different, today. Coming off the heels of, I guess, all the big announcements last week. What's going to be projected? What's going to be going forward? Are going to talk about a little bit of Transformers. We're going to talk about I think we are. I don't know. We'll see how that actually goes. But we're going to talk about definitely everything that transpired on Friday. When it comes to the releases or actually the pre-orders for Wonder Woman and Batman and that whole fiasco with Sideshow. So a lot of people were upset. A lot of people might actually got their hands on the asset. I know a lot of people didn't. I know a lot of people didn't really care. But we'll definitely dive into that. And yeah, just jump in and what we can see, what we expect for the future of what's going on right now. So again, so glad to have you guys here with us today. I am still messing around with the trusty camera over there, waiting for my cam link. I ordered another cam link to come in because this will be my third cam link. And I think I know what the problem was. It was, something else, but we got that kind of squared away. But I'll have that camera up and be back in HD fully, so definitely that's how it is. But anyway, thank you guys for being here. But I cannot be here without my partners, everybody that, kind of makes this show happen. And let me just basically bring everybody in here. What's going on with you fellas, man? How y'all doing today on this nice Sunday?
Good.
Pretty good.
Warm.
Pretty good.
Yeah, bro.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Definitely,
warm in
Shane.
this
And
room.
you, hell yeah, you would talk about it's pretty warm and like humid outside today, bro.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
hot?
warm.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
this room gets all the sun during the day, so like
Yeah.
during the day it gets quite warm, So I'm not complaining though. Not complaining. It's nice when the sun shines. Beautiful country.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Especially when you show us that all terrain. When I see you on the mountaintops and ride with the mountain, be like, yo, that's jealous as shit because we don't have bro, we have here the equivalent to what you see is what we call green belt. Like we have the green belt. And the green belt is it's like basically for like bikers or hikers and stuff. Like not even hikers, but just more so bikers. Like you have a route that you can travel around, like if you're a jogger, if you're a biker, stuff like that, that you have a route that takes you around the city and stuff like that. But
Is
on
that
the
like
back
the High Line? Is that like the High Line in New York?
Sort of, yeah.
It's an old train line. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's like a trail. Like it's basically a trail where you can actually go. So that's the closest that we actually get. If we want the mountains, like we have to really go. It's like we got mountain regions, but is it worth it? Not really.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
day trip.
It's like a day. Just it's
Stay
definitely
tuned.
not worth it.
We're myself and my mate are in the next few weeks. We plan on going mountain biking. When I'll pick a good day, and then we're gonna bring the drone up and get some drone footage. So that's something we want to do for a while. So that'd be a lot of fun.
That I mean, just to see it, bro. And I know it's like the smell of the fresh air, bro, out there, man.
It probably smells different too. Like
bro.
Here, we just smell like I don't even know what I'm smelling anymore at this point. I'm just like so used to pollution. I don't,
bro.
Like, what does fresh air smell like? Really, I'm not sure.
Especially when they got us basically with the outcome of Canada, bro. Did they even get that fire under control yet? Or is it still going?
These fires, I don't know what's going on out there. I don't know what's.
It looked like something out of Blade Runner 2049.
Man, bro. Like it's over here. Like they got us. They'll tell everybody basically to stay away as much as you can. Don't go running outside. If you do, wear a mask.
Air quality, right?
Yeah, with air quality and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, I'm not going back to pandemic, bro.
Did you hear about the sonic boom? Over here, well, not the sonic boom, but the plane that went to Mach 6 over here in DC. So what happened? They said that I guess a plane that was flying also from Canada, right? It had like a mom, a nanny, and I guess some kids, and it was going down on May Day, but it was coming into like Washington DC restricted area. So of course, if you now have a communicator and you in Washington DC restricted area, they about to send a jet after you. So it says them jets, but they send it into like it was like a sonic boom. It hit a sonic boom. Like it had to go that fast. And I was like, damn.
Wow.
Didn't end well, but I mean, it was like.
So what happened to the
plane ended up crashing in Virginia. So I don't think any survivors. But they don't have no type of like the story never came out about like what happened. It's just like poof.
I'm like, it was just like this.
Like, oh, all right.
And that was it. So they sent the jet after the actual plane.
Yeah, they sent 2 jets after it, and they had to end up hitting like Mach 6, even though you knew it was like a little charter plane. I guess they just
you know what? I just think somebody wanted to test that shit out.
It was like somebody hit the button accidentally.
Yeah, somebody just wanted to test that shit out. That's what it was all about. Yeah,
insane,
I don't believe that, bro. I think somebody just wanted to test and play that shit around. So
probably,
yeah, you know, it is what it is, bro. But you know, I don't know. It's you know that's what they do now. That's the shit they on right now, bro. That's definitely the shit they on right now, man. Weird. But it is, man. But anyway, thanks everybody for being here. Let me see who we got going on. Dan, he said setting up right now, so he's setting up. Dan will probably be here in just a few moments. But anyway, let's actually see who's out there in the chat so far, man. Who we got in here with us? We got Damon Zapp is out there. We got Luminard, Leah Myers out there. Peyton 23, Alvin J, Collectible Chat, Swoosh 616, Bendu Windu is in the building. The Empire Strikes Again. We got Mia in the building. Thank you for being here. Iron King, Figurassic Park. My bro is in here. Thank you for being here. Ryan Smith, Renz Talentino. Who else? Shiny is in the building. Tyria is out there as well. Who else do we have? Calvin said, man, sorry I couldn't be here MIA today, out and about with the family. You guys have a great day. Yeah, thank you so much, Cal. We already know, man, we got stuff going on. Things do happen, bro. Plus, I know pimping is always pimping with you, bro. You always pimping. So, you know, we gotta let you pimp. So what else we got? Collectible Chats. William Owens is in the building. Daryl J. Smith. And a host of others, a lot of people that are actually coming through. We got Ron on singing here. Thank you for being here, man. And yeah, just a few people that are actually floating through Collectible Chat. Scaled Down Shenanigans is in here. Thank you for being here as always. It is definitely going to be a good show. So yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about, you know, just real quick and kind of go into it, because the thing is, of course, you know, we had the infamous pre-order type of situation for the 100th anniversary of Warner Brothers, and what they basically put out was we got the what's it called now, the man, what was it, the I guess it was the Wonder Woman, it was the Batman, and they put it up for a certain amount of time. Now here's the thing, it's a limited run, and I guess it was what, 300 for both, like 300 pieces for both,
like 300 pieces for both.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So you had to basically put your name up on the RSVP. All right. Now I had already said, like earlier during the week, look, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't, and I don't really care about it, because like I said, I have 5 Wonder Woman figures already. Again, I love the character and stuff like that. That Wonder Woman 84 is incredible. You know, just got my Cyborg 2 weeks ago. I got to crack that out the box to get that up. So, but you know, definitely excited for what I got. I'm you know, extremely excited, and everything's working. But in the attempts of actually trying to get this piece, bro, and here's the thing, like, and I don't, because other companies do this, you know, like when you actually try to get a piece, right? You order the, you know, whatever item that you're ordering, it goes in your inbox. They give you about, I want to say 30, I think it's like what? Is it like 30 seconds or something? Like, no, 10 minutes. They'll give you like 10 minutes.
Yeah. To
basically, you know, order the piece before it times out. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's 5 minutes, just depending. You know, they'll give you a certain amount of time to order it, and then you're good to go, right? So in this case, no, this is not what Sideshow does. It'll get to your inbox, right? I mean, it'll get to your, like, when you get to the final payment stage, you go to basically press the button to pay for it or to pre-order it. It takes the item out of your cart and says your cart is empty, and you got to try it again, and to the point where you keep doing it, and it'll let you know that, okay, now you're in a wait list. And I was like, bro, like, they go through this all the time, and they know there's going to be a backlash,
right?
But I realized when I looked at this thing, I was like, wait a minute, they want $400 for this Wonder Woman, bro. Like, literally $400, and that's $400 before shipping. That's $400 before taxes. They want $400 for this joint. After that first try, and I got booted out, and I realized I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I am so good. I'm not. But the reason why I'm like, yo, bro, like, is this like is this a thing? Like, now we know it's actually available now, currently still on so it's Wonderland. But you know what I mean? It's you know, we don't talk about that whatever. But with them, you got to pay in full. It's a pre-order, but you got to pay in full to basically have it, right?
Right.
But here's my thing, and I say this because again, we always talk about innovation breeds or competition breeds innovation. And as much as I like the figure, and as much as I was like, okay, it's innovation and stuff like that, and I know a lot of people were planning on getting it, some people weren't. I had to look at it and I'm like, yo, was this really worth $400? Like, literally, I don't care with the wool hair and all that. Is it worth? And that's basically my question. Both of these figures that were basically released, right? Are they worth the hype and the amount of money that they're putting up for these pieces? Shane, what do you think, bro?
No. Like, if okay, you're presumably talking about this and the Bale Batman with the blue.
Yeah.
The Bale Batman with the blue is not. Mm-hmm. It's not something to be hyped about. Personally, I don't think so at all. But this, I thought this looked great. I thought it was great in the promotional photos, these ones here. But then I did take a look at I think it was MRC's footage or something like that, where they had that really cool event with all the 1-to-1 Flash suits, and then they had the 6-scale suits on all the Batmobiles, and they showed this as well. It didn't look like this though. It wasn't. Wasn't the hair kind of almost looked? I thought the hair almost looked sculpted there at one or two angles, but like, But with that being said, though, it does kind of, if the hair actually turns out like it has it here, and the face is like it has it here, then it's probably a pretty cool Wonder Woman to have. It's probably the closest you're going to get to a kind of a. What would you call it? Would you call it kind of like a comic accurate one, or a comic accurate? Well, yeah, something like that. I think it looks super, like, but I don't know. It's nothing we really haven't seen before, is it? Without the hair, you know. So bro. So
it definitely isn't.
Super hyped about it. You think you made a good decision. You passing it then, yeah?
Yeah, I definitely passed on it. Like, I tried it the first time. I only tried it once. And when it got emptied, I knew exactly what it was hitting for. So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it again. And then I looked at the price and I was like, yeah, $400 for me? No.
And you have a bunch of Wonder Womans as well. And then, like, and I know it's a cliche, but like InArt did say they're going to do one, and you'll probably want to take a look at that. And we're talking about backstage, man. Cost of living isn't getting any cheaper. Like, I mean, if you think I'm selective now, over the next few months and next year of streams, you're going to see me becoming extremely selective. Like,
bro,
I think I might get through with you. I might get through the Flash without getting anything. I know, again, I gotta see this movie. I'm gonna see this movie. I think it's this week. Unless it knocks my socks off, I might escape unscathed there, you know, because it's gonna be other stuff will get you anyway. So definitely, you know, bro. So I whatever about this one. I think this is a classy looking piece. And if the hair turns out like this, it's gonna be probably the best Wonder Woman that they've done. I don't think that other Batman has anything to get excited about. I can see where they're going for, but they picked the wrong suit, man.
Exactly, like, bro. They definitely did. They definitely did.
Like, as much as I love 89 and 92, growing up as a Batman fan, I was always, how would it actually work in a real world? It is ridiculous. The concept of a billionaire who dresses up as a bat at night and beats the crap out of criminals with bare hands. It's a bit ridiculous, like, you know. But I was always thinking, how would that actually work? So when they did this in real life, and Nolan kind of showed you, almost made you believe this could actually happen in real life, you know? Yeah. And that suit is so, with the exception of the cape, but even the cape is, I think it's not as huge as the Batman Begins cape. It's a bit more practical. I know capes aren't practical in general, but you know what I'm saying? It's a bit more, it hangs at the back. You got all the panels that are separate pieces for better articulation, and the head. But that is the furthest thing away from comic accuracy. Whereas if you look at BVS Batman with a blue cowl and cape,
it would have been,
a lot of people would have been hyped,
exactly,
man. I think a lot of people would be hyped.
And everybody was talking about the BVS, bro. Like everybody wanted that one to be the actual suit and they should have, because and like I said, the masses were speaking about it. Before I continue to bring you in, camera, I'm gonna actually bring in cheating ass Dan, the guy who's always cheating. If you ain't cheating, it ain't Dan. So definitely. Yeah. Thanks for being here. As always,
yeah, man. Yeah, sorry I was late.
It's cool. It's cool. We just started like not too long ago anyway, man. So appreciate you being here. As always, man. Cam, I'm gonna go to you, bro, real quick here, because like I said, I mean, every point that Shane made was on point. I mean, because I mean, listen, if you're thinking about it, NR did say that they're going to dip in a well of doing this. So NR, because from what we know so far, NR is doing Wonder Woman. They are doing the BVS Batman.
Yep.
They are doing the BVS, I think, Superman as well. And I think they said they were going to do the black suit, I believe. I'm not really sure.
Oh, the Superman, yeah.
Yeah. So we have that actually coming from them. And I think they're doing the DX19. Yeah, I mean, they're doing their version of the DX19. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and again, looking at something like this, that now when we look at the price of $400, we're talking about $400, bro, before taxes, before shipping through Sideshow. That's going to be like a good $450, honestly.
Yeah.
Like literally, you're talking about $450, if that. When it comes to this figure. I know you weren't planning on getting it anyway, Cam. Yeah, I mean, definitely. So you dodged a big bullet anyway. But what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, I honestly, you say, all right, so competition, breeds innovation, right? And I just don't see with this one why this would be, just something to beat out the competition 100%. I mean, I get it that it's special because, of course, there's only a certain amount of them being made, right?
Yeah.
But even when we saw those actual photos of the one that they had on hand at the Hot Toy store for the anniversary, the hair looked like it was just like, all right, how you got Scarlet Witch from the Infinity War and her hair was puffy, and of course you had to manicure it and do all this stuff to it. I felt like this version in these promo photos is, ultimate perfection of what it could be if you really, tweaking the hair and doing all this extra stuff. But you really don't have to do that with the NR figures, from what I was told so far. They come as is. There's not really much maintenance you have to do. And I feel like this is another case where they think, let's slap some wool and a new body on it and we can upcharge. But there's a lot more to it than that, so that kind of like weighs heavy, I think, for a lot of people making the decision on this. Plus the, the hassle they had with Sideshow as well, trying to just get this figure. I mean, granted, in the photos it looks good, but in hand, I guess we'll have to see. Yeah, because the hair looks like it looks fuller. It looks more wool than anything.
Full, but it just looks like, again,
it's not what we see in the
promo. Like it's definitely not what you basically see in the prototype photos. It just looks different, you know what I mean? And not that hey, they could have just slapped this up on there or whatever, but when I look at it, yes, seamless when it comes to the body itself, but it's the same suit that you get from her solo film and also from BVS, and it's the same, and even in the Justice League. So it's the same suit. There's nothing really. The only thing that you're basically paying for mainly is the stand. That's what you're paying in the wool hair
from everything else, right?
Yeah, and a bit more retooling with. I mean, again, you get the silicone body for this suit, but again, if you have and I think, in my opinion, if you have the '84 version, even though it's sculpted hair, it's still the ultimate version to me. That one in the golden armor, when it comes to the head sculpts,
right?
It's still the ultimate version.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because if I'm right, how much was the golden armor, bro?
It was like what, 300?
I think it was
less than 400, right?
I think it was 350 or 375 for the deluxe.
Yeah, right, with the wings. But you're paying $400 for this. Yeah. Right? And that's and as much as I love Wonder Woman, bro, like that's a cheat code.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Now granted, I'm not saying this figure looks bad. I still think it looks pretty good, but definitely not worth the $400 price. And then
it's not, bro.
Yeah,
it's,
and then
it's
also
by
the Christian Bale figure. I think people that are even really big Dark Knight fans are probably still passing up on that one because yep, there you go. And I knew it was Shane too, because I was like, I know he's a huge Christian Bale fan, but when he sees it, it just doesn't translate, with the color palette on his suit. And of course we got Morbius bats in the background.
Yeah.
I think we got a wild card here today, though. I think we got a wild card here today, Cam.
Do we?
I think Dan might be a wild card in this one.
Dan, are you? Oh, there we go. We'll wait for Dan to get in here. Dan's like, I gotta have it. Only thing I would have said about this one, if they would have put the actual targeted symbol, the yellow with the black bat symbol in the front, I think that would have been a little cooler. But it's not bad. It's just different. In the actual on hand photos, that suit looks a lot more gray, and a lot that shiny chest plate is actually a lot more flat, which actually goes with it. But it reminds me of like the Injustice game more so than anything. So
Figure as Parks, if I was the thug in Gotham and this thing came up to me, I'd be laughing, not beating.
Damn, that's awesome.
Did you see this guy's photo? Did you see this guy's photo of Obi-Wan Kenobi smoking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. God, that is insanely good.
Bro, it's awesome. Like it was dope because I saw he put it up on Figure Flex Friday. He killed it. He definitely killed it.
It looks so natural as well. It's like it's like they're filming and they're kind of just taking a break. Like
bro. Like you have him and then you have Yoda with the pipe with this. I think it was like Gandalf's pipe or something like that. So yeah, that it was pretty dope. He killed it with that. Dan, I mean, again, like let's go to you on this one, bro. Did you manage to pick this up?
Hell no. Nah, dude. This is kind of like what Figure After Park said. Like this is like laughable for me.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's cool and all. It's a cool concept. I get what they're trying to do. But like you guys, like everybody already said, like this is the wrong suit for that. Like it just looks goofy to me. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it doesn't look bad, like terrible. There's definitely worse figures out there. I think we all know, like Batman Begins. That was terrible. But this, it doesn't look bad. It's just, man,
the
wrong suit, man. It's really what it is. Like,
do you know what this is like?
Yeah.
When someone takes like one of your favorite rock songs, right? I'm talking like I don't know, like Smells Like Teen Spirit or Come As You Are or something like that, and does a really shitty remix of it. Yeah. And you're like, there's traces of the bits you liked about it, and then it's just like, just butchered. Like,
yeah. It's like when you like it's songs that you sit there and say, yo, you don't need to redo that song. Don't. Yeah. The original was perfect. Don't redo it. Don't remix it. Don't, because you're going to trash it. You're going to destroy it. You're going to put a bad taste in my mouth. Just leave it. This again, I say that and I said this earlier, like even last week, I appreciate the attempt because at least we know what they can do. We know that they can give us the comic concepts of these pieces. It's worth it at that particular point. If we can see other iterations and if they look at some of the other suits and look at some of the other figures that they can take the opportunity to do something like this for, it would make so much more sense. But when you make the wrong choices and you just make now here's the thing, and I honestly say this, right? We're saying this, but obviously both these figures were for someone because these things sold out and they're waitlisted.
Yeah.
So there were people who actually wanted it. But with that basically being said, there were a few people that I saw that were like, oh yeah, I'm just going to get it and flip it.
Damn.
I saw this. Like literally, they were telling people this is what they were. Hell, they even said it on Sideshow's page. And how I saw that was because somebody posted it. Mind you, I got kicked out of their page or group like months ago because it's, I don't know, couple years back. But I saw that And I'm like, wow, like literally, like this is what people are doing, because again, they did the same thing with what, Spider-Man. That's that what was it, the version that Disney released. I think it was the
Churro.
Yeah, the churro. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one. They did it with that one as well.
That was crazy, because I seen that thing go up for sale for $1,500.
Yeah,
somebody
bro.
bought it, and then now you can get that thing for like 300, 250. I feel so bad for whoever paid 1,500. Well, I do, but I don't feel bad. I do, but I don't.
Bro,
but
people were buying, like I saw it, because remember, like we saw a couple people that bought like 4 or 5 of them, and they were with the intent to sell.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, yo, are you for real? And here's the thing, people will do it for these 2 figures. And I'm just looking at it like $400. You're just mainly just buying it because of the anniversary, and you're buying the stand. You know, you're more so buying the accessories than you are so the figure, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
you know
I tried getting this one. I tried getting Wonder Woman. Then like, dude, Sideshow's website is so fucking ass sometimes. Like, bro, it kicked. I had it in my cart. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I click the payment method, it starts loading, right? Loading, and then the website crashes, and then I go back to my cart after I reload it. I click on it again, try to pay, and then it says somebody else has this in their cart. I was like, no fucking way, dude.
Yeah, that's the thing, bro.
And it took it out of my cart, and then I tried like once or twice after that, and then by like the second try, it was already waitlisted. I was like, dude, it's been like 3 minutes. What the fuck? Right. What is going on? Like,
yeah, bro. And that's what I was saying. Like, normally when you purchase an item, especially if it's an exclusive item, it goes in your cart and they give you like a certain amount of time to really, like, it's like, even when, like, for instance, Comic-Con tickets, they basically released today. So if they release and you have it in your cart, they give you like, I think 7 minutes to complete your order. Right. So once you complete your order, and then, you know, if you go beyond that time, of course, then it'll time out and you got to go back in. No,
it literally bugged out, like, because it said that too. It said if you have 5 minutes to do this reservation or whatever, and it literally bugged out, kicked me out of it. I came back, and my reservation of it was gone. I got kicked to the back of the line for it.
Exactly, bro. Like, that's just how it was. And here's the thing: when I tried to get it, I went in at 4:59, right? 4:59, because I knew what they were going to do. It took them a while to send out the notification to everybody that this was available. So what I did was I went to the site, I went to where it said coming soon. I clicked on Wonder Woman and the pre-order was up, and I went straight in. I got in, added it to cart. It was going around a little bit, and then when it got to, the payment option, when it go in, purchase whatever, that's when it said, or it said your card is empty. Like, it kicked me completely out. And I was like, and I tried it just once. As soon as I tried it, I saw that. I was like, I'm not doing it again. I'm not.
That's some bullshit, man.
I'm not. I was like, I'm not doing it again.
I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't go away from. They went away from the RSVP, like the lottery. Like, that was so much cleaner for everybody.
Yeah. For the D100, is that what they did for D100?
Yeah.
People were happy with that. Like, most people,
because it's a bit
so they
more
went back and
clean, like, in
wild. Rob, I logged on at 2 p.m., added to cart, checked out, easy peasy, no problems. It must have been for certain people. I don't know, because it just definitely it definitely timed out at a certain amount of time. But once I saw that, I was like, I'm done. I was like, I'm not even going to do it, at all. I'm not going to do it. There's no reason. And here, the like Arena Fett was allowed to invite, so that was right. Like, and I got in on that. With no problems. Got in, ordered my figure, pre-ordered it, and it was done. But it was a totally different situation, and I'm like, oh well, it is what it is at this point. Like you said, Trimble Dust. What is it? It is what it is. Because it's at this point. There's no crying over spilled milk. It's not something that I necessarily needed to actually have, I guess. And I said this, like I said, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But if it's not, I still have the Wonder Woman in my collection that I need. And in art will be, once they get to it, it's going to take them a while. But once they get to it, I'll have it in my collection and I'll be excited about it. But yeah, I mean, that was just the whole thing. It's like, where do we think? And then for the bill, Dan, 400. Do you think it was worth it, bro?
No, not really. But I can see why. I can see why Hot Toys does it is because it's an exclusive, and then they have that power to just upcharge. So, no, I don't think it's worth it at all because that base, we all know, all the backdrop stuff is just plastic. It's going to be thin plastic.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's like that W right there. That shit is just.
It'll probably get warped. You can't fit it in
the ass plastic. It's gonna yellow, I'm sure. Like,
that's basically what you're paying for is the actual stand. You know what I mean? And the placement of it. Now I don't know whether or not because I'm guessing. Oh yeah, so it does. It has a waist grabber because you can see it like it's around her waist. Yeah. I was trying to see if it basically had like a crotch grabber or waist grabber. For this, it's just mainly the waist grabber. So. And because I was going to say, are they trying to dip into the era of magnetic bases? But no, they're not.
Nah.
They're definitely not doing that at
That's
all.
what I thought, man. When I saw this, I like this circular base. It's really simple.
Yeah.
And then when I saw it, I was like, wait a second, that looks familiar. And I kind of looked up at the in-out one. I was like, okay, it's not the same. It's not the exact same shape. But,
it's
I thought it was
not
something that did remind me of that.
Yeah, it definitely isn't, man. So not something. Again, everybody out there, if you had your chance to get these, it's crazy because I got two people on the panel, both Shane and Cam, who have this Jedi ability to bypass and not be fooled. And again, but Shane, you said something earlier, bro, but that is true. I mean, it's 100% true. Like, we're entering that space where there's a lot coming, bro. There's a lot coming and expenses are there. So you have to really be super selective about what it is that you acquire and that you get. And is it worth it at that point? You know what I mean? Like, again, like curating your collection, adding, certain things that are of interest or not of interest. And the thing is, for me, OT, Star Wars, everything that's actually coming out that I actually want from that line, takes up precedence. There's certain Marvel figures that I want, but again, I have to be selective about things. Now, the thing is that I am impressed about is the simple fact that they are finally showing DC some love, but show DC the right level of love. Like, don't just go back and dip in the well and release things that have already been released. There's other figures out there, other things that you can actually do. You have figures from even like the Suicide Squad that you haven't actually finished. You got other figures in the IP that you can actually touch. And I think like companies like Hot Toys, they have more authority or they have more leeway because they had the license first and they still have the license. They got more leeway to play around with it, but they just don't do it. Like, and they're basing it off of residual gain. What figures are most important? Do you think it's going to, like, all right, so, and I'm going to ask you, Shane, I'm going to start with you first. The DX19 is a very popular suit. You know what I mean? The Dark Knight, is a very popular series. Now, when we look at this series, and then we also look at, Iron Man, right? We all know that, okay, we're constantly getting Iron Man suits. And I'm guaranteed, and I'm telling y'all, you already know that SDCC, yeah, we're going to get an Iron Man figure exclusive. We're going to get another Iron Man figures coming. It's probably even like the next couple of weeks.
Neon Tech.
Neon Tech. We're going to definitely get a Neon Tech, whatever, right? So we know we're going to see that. But do you think that the line, and I'm going to ask everybody, do you think that the Dark Knight line potentially can exhaust itself if they keep re-releasing those lines? Now, mind you, we still got Bane coming. People were excited about Bane. They're excited about the Selena Kyle figure that's going to drop. They might even do a retooling or a 2.0 or Two-Face. You never know, because it's possible that they actually could. But do you think that that line will eventually get exhausting if they keep doing it like they're doing Iron Man? Now, again, we're just throwing it out there because With Iron Man, it never seems to be an exhausting type of situation. People will buy those figures because there's a market for it. But do you think the same can be said for The Dark Knight? What do you think, Shane?
I think it's possible. Like, people who are not into The Dark Knight and the Bale Batman, they were sick of seeing the Bale Batman a long time ago. I mean, and then people like me who are like, you know, diehard Bale fans and Dark Knight was kind of like, with this now, this is too far. I just think this is too far. In terms of what it exhausts itself, like, they are going back to the well, but you have to remember, like, they're scaling up everything. You know, with the exception of the 2.0 Batman Begins, everything they've done, they've improved. Like, the DX19 is better than the DX12. The head sculpt's better. The articulation is better. The cape, you know, I have a custom cape, but it's still, as far as capes go, it's one of their better capes. So that was improved. The Bane is chalk and cheese, night and day. Like, the Bane is significantly better, but they're all scaled up. So you have to look at it now. Like, the ones they have released, the Batman Begins, the DX19, and then you're going to have the Catwoman and the Bane. They're all going to be scaled up, but they're a bit taller, I believe, than their predecessors. So I think that's good. And in that sense, no, it won't be exhausted. It's worthwhile doing. But then, like, they were already pushing it when they released or announced that Armory, and had, you know, highlighted, they did a Chrome Mando on and highlighted, oh, this is the old one, this is the new one. And even though it's improved, like I'm looking at that now going, am I really going to get that just for the gauntlets to be fixed and the few different proportions? You know what I mean? Even now, as a big Bale fan, big Dark Knight fan, I'm still kind of going, do I really need that? Like, you know, so it could, I think people are getting fatigued with the Iron Man anyway, and then with, like, you know, Troopers and whatever, like, so it's
it's a tough situation, bro. It's kind of hard to really gauge, you know, because I mean, I say that because and I say that, but then, like, when we get stuff like this, bro, I'm like, ooh,
yeah, it's hard. It's like, how do they top this one, right? It's like, all right,
no one's gonna complain about this because it's a 2.0 worthwhile. It's completely different to the first one, but then they do things like the Batman Begins, and people are like,
that thing's getting retooled. Probably that'll be one that'll be back. It'll be back in about 5 years.
Dude, they've had like 5 chances for that damn figure.
I know,
and it's like,
all right. And I said I wouldn't, but I after having Dean Knight in the show, and he just kind of walked me through, like, how he'd build his custom one, how he put it together, his one. Like, I may end up having to get this for that body, because he told me that the later versions, the second batches and stuff like that, have a matte finish suit. And then, like, I've ordered a Jackson Jew. He's in a head sculpt this with 2 replaceable mouth plates. It looks really good. And a OT Customs cape, which can be draped around the front. And there's a base from one of the Spider-Man 3. It's just a really simple kind of it looks like a corner piece of a building or something like that. Try and track that down. It'll be a project worth a few months, because, like, this is going to drop down in the aftermarket, because I just want the body on it, like, so it's And I will say, shouldn't have to do that.
You shouldn't. And I will say that having this figure myself, Dan, you have this, or you passed on it, right?
I passed on it, but Dre did exactly what Shane is talking about. Because from D Knight, he was inspired by him. He got OT Customs, you know, their new cowl. He has a custom cape, everything. Dre has this figure, and it looks fucking fantastic.
He did the swaps already.
He did all the swaps. And like, it looks really good, man. Like, it looks the way it should have been from Hot Toys. Like, the cape clips are in the perfect spot. Like, it looks really, really damn good.
Cowl is like stubbier.
And he looks
mean. Cape drapes right around the front.
He looks mean as hell too. So it's like that's what, like, Hot Toys should have done. And like,
I'll send you one that Alan, the 6 Scale Gallery, sent me on Instagram.
Okay.
It wasn't Dean Knight, but I'll send you to on Instagram. Just give me a few minutes and I'll send it on there.
Yeah, bro. And see
Look
what
at
I
this guy.
did.
Look at
Yeah,
this.
bro. Like, so what I did with the one that I have so far without really customizing or anything like that, I took, again, it looks good when you have him just standing there with the cape draped completely around him. If you have the cape draped around him, and what I did was I draped it, and the way I have it on my display right now is I draped the cape around him. No, really, this is like more so of a museum pose while he's looking in the glass at Joker, and I have the head tilted so the cowl looks like it's supposed to. It's not straight up, it's just tilted. So that level of presence works for me. Like I have it like sort of like this, but with the cape fully draped around him and his head tilted forward. But even still, it's like I know that in my mind, the way it's supposed to look, I want to pull that off. I need to have that look. You know what I mean? And it's only going to work if I actually get a custom cowl and if I get like the cape that I actually want to get. And Unreal Custom has a dope ass cape that I'm like, yo, I need to get, but it can be expensive sometimes. So it's like now, Dre and also Shane, are
I
those
sent it to
cows
you
still
there.
available?
I sent it to you.
You sent it to me?
Yeah, I sent it to you there. See, there's a few. There's like I've heard about like I think OT Customs does their own cowl, like Dan mentioned. I think Unreal Customs do their own cowl.
Yeah.
And the Jackson Jew one, it's available on 1/6 kit now. You just have to put a deposit on it, but it's not due to ship or come out until like Q3 or 4 of this year. So that gives you time then if you want to maybe track down that Batman Begins at a drop down price. You can, but like I don't know now. I don't think this is the Jackson Jew sculpt. But my point is, there's loads of different capes. There's loads of
That's like the Unreal sculpt.
Yeah, this looks super. Like
I love Shane's comment. Where did you get the cape?
Oh yeah. But like I was wondering, like this guy, so it must be Unreal Customs, is it, or OT Customs? This cape
for what?
It looks like. Let me see here because he doesn't really actually say, but it looks like it could be Unreal. It looks like it might be Unreal Customs, especially the cowl. But then I don't know. It looks damn good though. I tell you that much.
They bulked up the suit too. Like he looks like beefier.
The Jackson Jew sculpt is only like $90, and that's painted as well, I believe.
Is it still available though?
I think so. Pre-orders. You have to log into 1/6 kit, and pre-orders closed. There's a date. I think it's mid-June or something like that. But you have to be logged into 1/6 kit so you can see the order link.
Oh, okay.
But my point is like that. That's like $90 and it looks sweet. Whereas like I know the Unreal Custom ones, I think they can go for like $300 or something. I don't know the exact price, but
the sculpts, they're like $300.
They're pretty damn expensive, but they're pretty damn good.
But a lot of them come with like moving eyes, different face plates that are all custom made. Like they're dope. Dre got lucky and got a couple of them. He got one for $50. That was like a scrapyard one.
Oh right,
and it still looks fucking amazing. And then,
this definitely looks so much
trophy
better.
In the chat.
Yeah, I think Mario.
He said perked up and he was like, this could be done.
I love how Shane said Profi. Oh my god,
Profi, bro. Bro, I mean, because I think Mario.
It's my accent to mispronounce it.
I'm glad you brought this up though, because I remember. I still think I got like a $400 credit on my Profi card. So I think that he's going to pay for this. If I order this, then it's on Profi. So I might do that with the cape and stuff like that. That'd be incredible, bro. So Profi, I appreciate that, bro. So if y'all don't already have your NWO card by Profi, make sure you actually get that, bro, because I'm telling you, like, it's all on him. And the thing is, there's no interest and you don't have to pay for like at least 6 years. So definitely, man, like, appreciate that, Profi. Thank you for my exclusive card. I do appreciate that. And when you actually purchase, or if you get your card, it comes with 2 tickets to that strip club that he was talking about too. So definitely make sure that you get your card. But nah, definitely, man, this looks dope as shit.
So it comes with bunny money. A stack of bunny money.
Yo, like definitely. He said, what he say? Profi promo expired. We good for the first 30 minutes after Yeah, but nah, this is dope, bro. Like, I think this definitely Shane, are you getting the custom cow?
Yeah, I've ordered. I put a deposit on the Jackson shoe one. I think it cost about $90 with 1/6 kit, and I've ordered the OT Customs cape. So I'm kind of picking different things from different
going back and forth
customizers. Yeah, so the OT Customs cape's on the way. And like I said, I want to track down that base from that Spider-Man 3 figure, just the actual basic, because what I like about it's kind of narrow. So when he's standing on it, the cape can drape either side of the little stand base thing. It just looks a lot better when it hangs straight down. Yeah, and then it'll just be a case of just keeping an eye on the secondary market for that Batman Begins, because a lot of people don't like it or don't want it, and I'd imagine that'll be one you can pick up a bit cheaper. Yeah, so that'll be the plan. Yeah. Like, hopefully it works out.
Now, Cam, when you see stuff like this, bro. Hey, already shaking his head.
Nah. Won't even look for things like this. I'd be like, you know what? Nah. Like, if I get something that look crazy, I'd be like, well, I just got this crazy shit on my shelf, man. That's it. Oh, well.
Let me ask. So, Kim, all right, Kim, let me ask you this question, bro. This is on my mind, bro, because the thing is, when I see stuff like this, when Shane brings it up, it's like, okay, I know that this is in the realm of pieces that Shane would consider. Cam, is there one particular figure right now that you are absolutely like, yo, I am 100% positive I am getting that figure? Like, I will have
it. Like, you mean like outside of Marvel, or like you mean just?
I mean, just in general. If it's Marvel,
in general, yeah, I don't think so. But
is there one at the top of your list, bro, that you want?
Oh
so
yeah.
bad?
I mean, it's definitely that Sam Wilson, bro. Like, that's at the top, and I also like that Sylvie figure too. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, that Sylvie really definitely I will have.
I think it looks really good. So
yeah, definitely I will have that, bro. That shit's on point. That shit is definitely on point. But yeah, Shane, if you find a link to this, can you send it to me?
Yeah, you're talking about the Jackson Jew head sculpt, or
yeah.
If you gotta be logged into 1/6 kit. So
yeah, I think
I'll do it here after while we're chatting, and I'll see if I can send it to you.
Cool. Because yeah, send it to me. Don't put it in the chat though, because I don't want everybody trying to go in there and get it, and I can't get one. So
yeah, because the Leo's gonna log on and be like, that shit sold out.
Yeah, bro. Like, y'all motherfuckers just going just buy my shit up, and I ain't get a chance to get it, man. Damn, y'all motherfuckers. But yeah. But I mean, I think for this, bro, like again, like I wanted to bring that up because it's like we're seeing it. If they all right, so let me ask you this question. If they would have done would you guys like, all right, Dan, we know the BVS is a version that people like, right? That's the go-to. Shane, do you have the BVS? And if they released it, would you get it?
With the blue one, is it?
Well, even like say for like all right, say for, like if they did a reissue in a BVS, would you get it?
Updated.
No, probably not. No, I'm just not the biggest Batfleck fan. Like, you know, again, I do have one Batfleck. It's the battle damaged armored Batman. I just really like that suit, and because I like the Dark Knight Returns, and I wanted something to pose with Henry Cavill Superman. He was kind of on his own there, so it just made sense to get that. But no, I wouldn't go down.
Would it be something that you would actually go out and get? No. And I guess this. So Dan, let me ask you a question, bro. Like, because I hear people that aren't honest, because I don't have the BVS suit. I have the Justice League suit, but I don't have the BVS version. What is it about that BVS that people love so much, bro. Like, what is it about that suit that's
You want me to
attractive
grab
to
it for
people?
you?
I guess I'm just trying to
So
understand, like, what is it about that suit
I
that
think
people
it's
love so
I think
damn
it's
much?
because it's probably one of the most accurate Batman depictions on like in a real film like we've ever seen. Like Christian Bale is great, but like the way Ben Affleck looked in that fucking suit, you would be scared. Like if Batman was coming after you and it was Ben Affleck chasing you. Like that dude looked insane. And then plus the whole warehouse fight scene, I still think is one of the best Batman fight scenes I've still to this day. That dude was literally destroying an entire room of like 20 people by himself. And it was amazing. And the design, like it is very much like Frank Miller like type of style, but at the same time it looks like a basic like suit, but it looks like a fabric suit, but there's armor plating under there, like in his cowl. There's like such high tech in that basic looking suit. Like he did, and he looks he looks just like a tank, bro. And like that's the way comic Batman kind of is portrayed. He's big, he's beefy, muscly, and like that's kind of how they.
He is a tank, like
Yeah.
Like in Batman vs Superman, he was a tank, like.
Yeah. And because there's a noticeable difference between, and I'm like, now that I look at this, and because I've been looking at it for a while, but when I look at this versus the Justice League version, and mind you, don't get me wrong, I like the Justice League version, but this is noticeably a better suit.
Yeah, the promo pics for this suck.
Yeah.
But no, totally. Like I had the Justice League suit first before I got the BVS one, and I thought the Justice League suit was great until I got that BVS one. I was like, oh shit, this is the one right here.
The BVS one, because it's like literally a lot of people, that's their go-to is the BVS suit. And a lot of people are like, if Hot Toys would have released this version with the blue and gray, it would have been much smarter. You know what I mean? Like we see that a lot. Like I see that with a lot of people that have actually been throwing that in the comment. Now, if they would have basically released, and I'm gonna ask you, like, if they would have released the Begin suit in a blue and gray, would you have been interested? If they would have retooled the suit, if we would have got a better cowl, stuff like that, do you think you would have been? And here's the thing, bro. When you think about it, that would have been a perfect opportunity for them to retool that shit. It's based on the comments of everybody, and I was one of them because I was highly disappointed, but I knew I'd still needed that suit for the Tumblr. You know what I mean? But if they would have did that in the blue and gray, would people have been interested?
I would have.
You would have?
I've seen that people do an edit of the Batman Begins in a gray suit with the black, so just gray and black like this, but the Begins Bale suit, and it looked actually really damn good because the bat symbol was black, the suit was a dark, not dark, but like a more like a classic gray, and it looked really good. And I was like, damn, if Hot Toys did this, that would be.
It would have been on point, bro. Like it would have been, definitely something that, would have been a draw, and I think would have been really, really unique. And Shane, speaking of which, we hear Shane, he says that he's barely get anything from the Flash line. He thinks he's kind of safe from that. I mean, come on, Shane, you don't think this is dope as shit, bro? You don't think it this?
No. I found that link and I sent it to you. So when you click it, it'll say product not found because you got to log in. Just click it and then click log in. So, but yeah, I'm not sure when the pre-order window closed on that. It might already be closed, but I thought it was mid-June. In my head, it was like mid-June. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, and it's a who's it from?
That's Jackson Jew.
Jackson Jew, because I'm actually logged into my 1/6 kit right now, just to kind of see if it was there. Hold on, let me see. and I definitely don't see it. But you know, it's Jack. Is it Jackson?
Jackson shoe.
JAXON or
O N,
IN?
and then yeah, no, at ON, and then space XU.
Okay.
It was strange. I found I had to like, it was Alan Sixdale Gallery sent me the link, and then I had to click it, and then it said product not found, and he said you had to be logged in. So I logged in, and then it appeared, and they might have closed the pre-order on it, but I'm not sure. I think
Yeah, I'm actually going in now. Yeah.
Actually, no, I can see it here.
You see it?
Yeah, I like I took the link I sent you and just like opened it into a new window, and it said product not found. Then when I log on, it's there, and you can add it to cart.
So if you take the link, hold on, let me see here because
click
I'm
the link,
in.
let it fall through, and then log in.
Okay, so click the link, let it fall through, and then actually, okay, all right, and then see if I can actually do it then, because it would make more sense if I can get in and do it that way. Let me see my account. Am I logged in?
Welcome to Shopping with Lil.
Hell, man, this is like I'm trying my best to. I am a returning customer email. Let me see.
Oh,
Hey, yeah.
Alan's in the chat there. He said the pre-order cutoff is the 18th of June, so you haven't missed it.
Okay.
So I presume that's a hard cutoff. It's not like the InArt 3-day window. I'm assuming.
Okay. Okay. So 1-6 kits. Here we go. All right. So I'm logging in now, and hopefully it takes me to it. Why is it just still saying my account? But when I try to, it's weird. Because when I try to pull it up, it's not showing. Should I take the link and put it in? Let me see here.
Maybe take the link and put it into your browser, a new window, and make sure you're logged out before you do that, and then log in.
And then log in to basically see if I could actually find it. Because that would probably be the reason why. But I don't know. It's it is what it is, man. I'll definitely find it and get it, because you know, maybe if I get it and I can retool it, then you know, it'll give more of an incentive for Cam to try to pick it up. You know what I mean? Because I do want Cam to enjoy it on the fun. And
yeah, definitely.
You know, I mean, I do want to be an enabler for him. So all right, I want to go to something real quick though, right? Because we saw this in Cam and Dan, we talked about this earlier. I'm going to pull this up really quick. We talked about this on Wednesday show. I mean, and one of the things that we actually saw here, and it's important to kind of bring this up because I don't know. Again, not saying that this will happen, but it's just interesting that they actually pulled this up. So I want to get everybody's thoughts on it again. And I'm working backwards here for a particular reason. And that is to pull this up here. Are y'all seeing it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we pull this up here, and considering the simple fact that we have the Bane that is coming, right, from Hot Toys. And then they're actually showing this. And then at first I was like, yo, there's no way they're going to re-release this. It's not going to happen. But then I said the same thing in the very beginning about the Tumblr. In the very beginning, like we would never get another Tumblr, and we did. Do you think that there's a possibility now with Bane coming that we might see this again? What do y'all think?
I think so.
Yeah, he thinks it's possible.
Yeah, it's like if they have if Hot Toys have two options: one, do an entire new vehicle, an entire new R&D, an entire new sculpt, like I don't know, 2022, or B, just release something the exact same. They're going to take option B. They've already done it for the Batman 89, the Batpod, the Tumblr. So why wouldn't they do this? And they justify it as well now with the new cool Bane. Like, Camo Tumblr looks awesome. I just don't know where to put it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, yeah, bro. It definitely does. Again, I have the Tumblr, and again, if you have a garage shelter, it definitely works. Dan, of course, like the spacing, and this is much smaller than like your typical Batmobile or the Justice Mobile 89, whatever. This is a smaller version, but even like having it in my display now, like it's still a beefy piece to have in your collection. So I don't know. Like it just seems like an opportunity for them to do a possible retooling or re-release on this piece. Like it might be something that can happen. Now, here's the thing with this motherfucker right here. Dan, we talked about this, bro. Like your feelings. Do you think Hot Toys is going to release this piece? Again, I know I was talking about this with Mario. He was like, yo, I think that we're going to actually see this before the N1. And I'm entitled to agree, but do you think that they will release this, bro?
I hope so, man. I mean, like, if they really want people's money, a lot of people like this Batmobile. Like, regardless if you like the film or not, a lot of people are like, okay, yeah, the Batmobile is badass. Like, and I know there's some people out there like, it's not a Batmobile. Each their own, I guess. Like, you know, like it's cool, but I really do hope Hot Toys does this because it looks really good. Like it's got some subtle weathering, but it's not too much. It's got the LED function. It's got everything you need to do this. So yeah, I'm excited for this if they do it, but like at the same time, man, I've learned over the years, it's like I'm not gonna hold my breath until I fucking see this shit up for pre-order. Because at this point, this is just them showing off, and until this shit goes up and I can buy it, then
and that's usually the case, bro. Until you can actually buy it, until you can actually see it, it's just a thing at this particular point. It's just a conversation.
I'm just there with my hands on the glass.
Yeah, right. Until they decide to do it, bro. You're just basically just waiting to see if this is something.
This is so goddamn cool.
Yeah, bro.
This is so goddamn cool.
It is. It definitely is. Shane, if they were to now, because I know thing for you is always space. If they were to release something like this, would you dip in?
Maybe. Like, you see, I got the '89 Batmobile in the way, and again, I gotta be realistic, like, because it's, you know, Batmobile. Someone says Batmobile, first thing I think of is 1989. Just the first thing I think of. I love the Tumbler. It's more practical. It's an absolute tank. It's very similar, actually. I think they took inspiration from Tumbler for the kind of big Batmobile tank type thing that he had in Dark Knight Returns. It was actually way bigger in Dark Knight Returns, but I think there was definitely similarities, I thought. But at first when I saw this, I didn't particularly like it. It goes, yeah, just a cool looking stock car, muscle car, whatever. But then what made it cool was not what it looked, but what it did. The sound of it, the kind of look of the engine, the car chase, and it's the same as the suit. It's not like the first the Pattinson suit. I was like, I'm not feeling that suit. But when you saw him move in the first opening scene, where it has, you know, the dun 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 dun, and he's walking along the boots and everything, and he just
you just hear him walking,
and the boots, like, it's like it. I love the fact that it's like, you know, he's supposed to be stealthy. But the whole of New York or Gotham heard those goddamn boots, you know.
He didn't give a fuck.
And I get it works, like... but that first, when he takes that guy apart, I just thought, sign me up. This guy's the real deal. And so his performance and what the suit did made the suit cool. So not my favorite suit, but this here, I suppose it's a long way of putting it. I'm getting the 89 and I don't know where to put it. And that's a bad thing. You know what I mean? So trying to get this, then the only way I could see this working is if, like, there's a windowsill here. I think it might work. I've been looking at some sort of acrylic custom boxes as well, or, you know, what's called cases. But then what you could do is you could rotate the vehicles. You'd have one with the 1989 Batman next film display, and every few months then swap it out for the Pattinson and this. Like, that's the only way it would work for me. So it is a real 50-50 leaving. I'm leaning towards no, but yeah, who will even do it? Will we even get that opportunity?
Yeah.
What about this? Is better than the Jaz Inc one? Like, as in, okay, sorry, that's a very silly statement to make because none of them are in hand yet, whatever. But just on face value, the look and how they've done the weathering on this, I actually think I prefer this to what I've seen from the prototype images of the Jaz Inc. And that's no disrespect to Jaz Inc. They make amazing products. That 1989 Batwing is a weapon, but
considering the simple fact that we know there would be considerably less than what you're paying for Jaz Inc. It would be basically a decent I would think that this would because how much was the DeLorean?
DeLorean 725. Would that be right?
Yeah. So I would think this would be under. It would be definitely under 1,000, possibly. You know what I mean? It would have to be, and within the price. Because right now the '89 Batmobile for them is going for how much?
I was going for like what 680 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And
the DeLorean's 825 on Sideshow.
Ooh.
Yeah, see. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it would be considerably less. Something that we wouldn't, again, when it comes to pricing wise, you have, definitely and then like 1.6 shooter, definitely. He said the weathering is a lot more subtle on this one than the Jaz Inc version.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Do you think the Jaz Inc version went too over the top with the weathering? Because they have a clean version, but then they have the weathering version. You think they went too over the top?
Compared to this, yeah. This is kind of finds that middle ground.
Yeah.
Between. And I think this needs some weathering, like, because it was just kind of dry. It wasn't raining in some of those scenes, or was it? Or I think it was raining, wasn't it? So it would have been. I think this looks super, man.
It would have cleaned it up a bit. It would have definitely cleaned it up a bit. But yeah, I mean, I think for this, definitely, if they do it, like normally, like I hate asking Mario this question, because when you ask Mario, he'll say no, and usually he's right. You know what I mean? M1, he was right. I don't want him to be right with this shit. You know what I mean? I really don't. That's why I'm not going to ask him ever. I don't want him to be right.
I think Calvin's in the background. Is he?
Oh, is he? Is Calvin back there?
I think he's in the
background.
We got
Calvin back. Calvin, what's going on with you, bro? You good?
What's up, yo?
What's going on with you?
I've been here.
What's going on with you? You just had to kind of dip in because you was like, yo, I'm just pimping, and pimping is pimping, and when pimping is pimping, we just make it do what it do.
I got a little time on my hands, so I was like, let me jump in with the fellas.
Got you, bro. I feel you. You know what I mean? Like your presence is always felt, brother. What you think about this piece, bro? As a matter of fact, are you getting the Jaz Inc version of this?
No, I missed this one. I didn't miss this one. I skipped this one. Space is an issue, and I got too many damn vehicles coming as it is already. So 89, 95, and Batwing, I'm good with those three.
Got you. And you got the 89 on pre-order, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
like that, the car and the Batwing. So
yeah, I definitely got the 89 on pre-order, bro. So that but because of the simple fact that I do have the Batman all-in set coming from InArt,
well, see, yeah, you got the whole set. See, I didn't do anything with it. I love the movie, but as far as the figure and this Batman as of right now, I don't have anything for him coming in.
Yeah. I have. Toya's gonna get pissed at me, bro. I'm just telling you, because I have these ideas of like displays and stuff like that, and I know she's gonna be like, "Yo, you taking enough room from me, motherfucker. So please, don't." You know what I mean? I can just, bro, like you can see it in her face, bro. And she already has like this really, really tiny little face. So I can always see the disdain in her face when I mention certain things. It's like, you are already taking space from me, some bitch. So you know what I mean? But nah. I again, like to have my chance to get my hands on this, bro, I definitely got to do it, because it looks, if I can, because again, I was going to get the Jaz Inc version, but at $300 down on it, bro, I was just like, nah, it just, I had to really, really be selective with Jaz Inc, and they do some incredible work. I mean, he is killing it over there, bro, really, really killing it. But for me, I had to scale back. It wasn't something that, I could definitely do. So I was like, let me just scale back and just, wait. But if they do this, like I'm with you, Shane, that might be a possibility of, me dipping in this. And I know Cam, would do it, as well, because even though Cam, Cam definitely, bro, you would do it, wouldn't you, Cam?
In a heartbeat. Literally. It's literally what I've been saving for this whole time.
He's like, yo, saving this shit.
Wow.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna do it, bro. You already know how it is. I'm gonna get my hands on it.
Cam be getting like the clean and the weathered version.
Right. Right. You're like, yo.
Now that's pimping.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
is pimping. That is pimping. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this though, Calvin. Pimping is pimping. It's only pimping when it's you that's pimping. So there can only be one pimp per show.
Jay's got me beat. He still got the curls. I lost my hair, so Jay's got me beat. I got growing on my face now. So.
Yeah, you said Jay got them curls, bro. So he got them curls spinning. So he winning, baby. All day, every day. Speaking of Jaz Inc, though, this the diecast Bat Cycle was released. And if you have that Batman and Robin, this would definitely be a piece to have in your collection. Calvin, are you getting this, bro?
6622, yet another line that I just have not touched.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just another rabbit hole that I don't need to go down. So they look great. I woke up this morning, I had Joelle pictures with the Joker all in my chats, and the guys going back and forth about it, but I'm like, looks great. I just can't touch it. I got enough. Friday night they pointed out that I got enough of them Jokers as it is already in my collection. So
yeah, I did see it, bro. I definitely did see that, bro.
And then when I finally started counting, I was like, damn, I guess I do.
Yeah.
But no, I'm cool on the 66. I love the car. The shit's iconic. I wouldn't have gotten the bike anyway, though. I wouldn't have gotten this bike anyway, but I would have gotten that 66 car. But I just knew I get the car. Now I gotta go I gotta look for Batman and Robin. Now I gotta get Joker. I'm cool. Shane, you said the realest thing ever this morning. I woke up, I'm trying to get ready, and I'm like, I'm with Shane. I'm ready to just scale all the way back. Like, I'm really thinking about just canceling some shit. I'm like, there's things I just don't need.
That's true. That's 100% true, bro. When you look at it, and damn, I was thinking about it when he was saying it the entire time. It was like time stood still, and I heard, like when they say, and for anybody who is an advocate for medicinal purposes, anybody basically out there, they say that when you smoke some weed, it slows everything down and you can hear everything. When he was talking this morning, it was like I was Barry Allen on the Justice League, when everything just slowed down and I heard everything he was saying and it all made sense. Even I know if Toya heard that, she would have been like, Shane got a point. And I was like, damn, he just had to say that when she was in the chat. But shit didn't make...
it's sustainability, isn't it, man? It's sustainability.
That's really what it is.
Like it's like, I want to be in this hobby in 5 years' time. I want to be in the hobby in 10 years' time. You listen to me. Yeah, you see now. My friend Hamza, who worked in Abu Dhabi. He said, like, when his father was kind of like, sitting him down for a chat about something growing up with Free's trouble, he'd always say, you see now, so
right.
It's like you do need to I'd urge anyone to do this with your list of pre-order figures or your list of wish list. Have that list and rank them, rank them and see like what is the top 3 and focus your time and energy on them, and if you manage to get one of the pre-orders done, then you know what I mean. It's like the things at the bottom of the list you obviously don't need, or at least don't need straight away, or maybe you'll be willing to take a gamble and maybe it'll drop down or something like that. Maybe it won't, but yeah, there was something actually. Oh yeah, sorry. But I'm only human too. I mess up a lot. I was on the Ben Thomas show. Shout out to Ben Thomas. His show, Let's Get Nuts, takes place every Sunday. But I was on Ben Thomas's show last week, and he did a little segment on. I went on a little splurge. I have it here. I'll just go through it. So within a very short period of time, this is kind of out of character for me, but within a very short time, I ordered. Sorry, get this list. Yeah, I just have it here now. Yeah, within a very short period of time, I ordered and paid for fusion reactors for the Battle Damage 85, the Mark 47, the DX13i, the Cable I, because I do little kits just for the light up eyes. The Jackson shoe, a deposit on that head sculpt. The OT Customs cape. And I still have to pay CCFLs for Besbin Luke and Ahsoka. That was all within That was all within like I'd say a 48-hour period where I temporarily lost my mind. But like I know that when I eventually pay that stuff off and it arrives and I have all those fusions wired up and stuff like that, and you know I'm sitting back and going, yeah, that was actually cool, like that was worth doing it, like, you know what I mean. But plus, like, none of those things actually, they're not figures, they're kind of accessories for figures, so they're not going to take up space, if you get me. So it's like you're adding to your display, you're improving the look of your display, but you're not actually adding extra figures to it or whatever. But yeah, man, it's the cost of living is real.
But even those can like add up though. All those added accessories on the side, on top of figures, they add up.
Trust me, who are you telling? I had beans and toast 3 times this week, man.
Yeah, you know. So yeah. I feel you, but yeah, you definitely, like I said, those words, because I was already feeling that this week, just looking at what, because it's always going to be something else coming out, and then I get to Disneyland with Mario and Yu's yesterday. You know, Yu's is already, you know you want that, so we get over to the store where all the sabers and stuff are at, and I'm looking at the cowcasters, and you know, you can buy 2 and twist them together so you have the double ended. So they're like,
oh wait, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, so you can either buy 1 and you can have it where it has the damaged hilt, or you can buy 2 and they have a coupler where you can put them together. And I actually saw one kid walking around with the double. I was like, that looks sick. But it's like 400 some bucks. And then that's just the blades. Well, that's just the hilts. You have to pay extra for the blades. And my Disneyland discount doesn't work on none. It works on the whole store, none of the sabers. I'm like, so I don't even get. Nah, I'm cool. But you can go ahead and get one today and get one next time. And I was like, I ain't messing with you today. I'm not doing it.
Yep.
So walked out, but I was already like, look, I'm already scaling back as it is. So I was like, it'll be here. I'll get it eventually, but I'm not gonna worry about it today.
That's how it be, bro. That's how it be.
And then Mario, you left us early, and then Mario's like, well, we can always go back and go get it. So those two were always.
That's how it be, bro. That's how it be, man.
You were basically in the presence of 2 of the biggest enablers, like, you know. So.
Yep. And I stood firm and said, hell no.
Good stuff.
You said, hell
full
no.
cam.
Yeah.
Way to go, man. I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah. See, Cam's a bad influence. Cam, I might have to put you on timeout.
There was this one of my friends in a school I used to work in. He was training the football team, and they had some big finals. So he got them all to write like in marker, like on their wrists, just the words WIN, win, and it stood for like what's important now. So no matter at what point during the game, whether they were like, 10 points up and they had to hold their lead, or maybe like they were under a lot of pressure from the attack and then they were down or something like that. It was like constantly, what's important now? What was our game plan for this happens? If we said this happens, what do we say we're doing? So it's like, what's important now? It's like that with figures as well. Like you have all your pre-orders or your wish list or whatever, and you start ranking them and you're like, okay, what are the top 3? I did a video a few months ago called the focus method, where I just went through like just things that I do to help me prioritize what's important. Like, so
and you need that, bro. You need that, and that's that. I mean, again, like that it's right on the nose, bro. I was telling Toya, like, I went through like a couple weeks ago, I had actually canceled 8 pre-orders, and then just a week ago, again, 7 more. You know what I mean? And that's because I had to really look at what was important, things that would aesthetically look great in my collection. And I know for me, Star Wars is basically top priority. I love DC, and I think the DC should get more love than what it's actually getting. And then when it comes to Marvel, I think the only IP that I'm really, really highly selective in is, Spider-Man, because again, I love Spider-Man as a figure. Everything else I have to be, really, really scaled down selective. So I canceled a lot of pre-orders. And I felt good about it, bro. I really, really did, because again, now I know I'm focused on just not, just the figure wise, but finances. And like, come on, bro, let's just also be real. A lot of those things that we have on pre-order are going to be available eventually down the road. We'll be able to get it. It's not like you won't be able to get those pieces. So you're completely right.
Today's daily special is the Mark V at $270.
Exactly, right?
I could have waited.
You could have waited. You could definitely wait and get that, bro. That's just basically how it is. And again, like I'm just like, nah, I'm just chill on that. Let me ask you a question though, and I'm gonna bring this up, everybody. 100th anniversary, things that could possibly happen. And if this was released, again, this is a Grail piece. If this was done as a re-release, which there's rumors floating around as a possibility, would this be something that people would get their hands on? I'm just asking this specifically for a reason. This figure right here, would you, if they release this piece as a 2.0, would you get it? Anybody?
I probably would.
I'd have to say yes.
Yeah,
I probably would.
Mm-hmm. I got John Williams scoring my head right now. So
in your head right now.
I'm driving. I look down like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that would have to hit.
Straight up. That's crazy, bro, because I thought in your head right now was some Isaac Hayes. But anyway, Shane, would you basically get your Shane, would you actually get your hands on this piece, bro?
Probably not. I'm ashamed to say, like, Indiana Jones and the Superman movies, like, I've seen them all, but like, it's like when I was a kid, I'd catch the end of one and the start of another, and then so over the years, like I have seen them all, but like I haven't gone back and like actually I don't think I've ever sat down and watched them all in their entirety. So this really wasn't part of my childhood. I don't have any connection to this particular Superman, which is strange because everyone. Like you asked, like 9 people out of 10, who's their Superman? Well, maybe not now with the youth. Now they'll be saying Cavill, but like this is a lot of people's Superman. But no, it wasn't really a part of my my childhood. I don't really have a connection to it, so no.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it is a connection to my childhood, bro. Like, and I've always wanted, like, I think one of the first characters that I ever drew. When I started just art in general was Superman, and it was just so synonymous because like it was one of the first superheroes that we knew as kids, you know what I mean, that was visible out there. It was this for me, it was Spider-Man, and I always remember my Incredible Hulk still, or 10 lunchbox that I had that I used to always draw, with the thermal inside it. I used to always love it, but that was mainly my childhood, and to have this piece in hand would be incredible, an incredible piece to have from DC. I think it would definitely work. And considering the simple fact that we have the Flash film, I know, Shane, you said that from the Flash film, there's certain pieces that you would definitely turn down and say, no, I'm not, I may come out of it not getting anything. For me, the two pieces, I mean, again, that modern suit sold me. It just sold me. I have to have that modern suit with the Keaton head sculpt because it's definitely incredible. Also just knowing that I'll have the Batmobile, it just made sense, to basically have that piece. Not getting the Batwing, that's never going to happen for me. Because again, that when it comes to spacing, that's just not something I have to worry about. But again, when it comes to nostalgia, this piece, bro, I would definitely have to have, this Christopher Reeves. Cam, you're not a DC person, but would this be something that you would consider?
No, like Shane said, I'm kind of like I'm kind of in the same boat. Like I didn't really connect to this film because I didn't see it until like later on.
Motherfucking Shane. Shane.
So for me, like when I saw it, CGI and all this other stuff had gotten like a lot better. So I would watch it, and I remember watching this film and wondering why the hell is he running like this next to this damn train, bro? Like the way he's like his little legs like spreading out and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
Flash is still running like that.
Yeah. It looked like how the Flash ran in the first 3 films. So I don't know.
This my child.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be super cool for a lot of people if it got re-released, but for me, it's definitely going to be a no. But I mean, as far as we know, with the James Gunn Superman Legacy coming out, it's going to be kind of the suit will probably, I guess, somewhat similar to this from what we know so far.
You know what? Next show, next lounge, I'm gonna actually put up. On the thumbnail is just gonna have Cam's face and things that it's literally it's gonna
Shit
be
I
titled
don't like.
things
Shit I
that
ain't gonna get.
things that Cam will say yes to. Plain and simple. That's what it's gonna be called. Things that Cam will possibly say yes to. It's gonna be
the
a
shortest show in history.
Ass fucking show, bro. Like straight up, it is. But no, it definitely would be a piece that for me, nostalgia wise, I would have to try to get my hands on, because it's just all in. 162 is like, how dare you make us feel old, Cam? Like, definitely. I mean, but bro, look, the CGI back then for what it was, it was
sure.
Superman. Like Superman and Superman 2 are still for me nostalgia, and I still love, and it's rated as like one of my top 5 as far as superhero films, one of my top 5s, because I remember the moment. Even like CGI out of it, the CGI might have been wonky, yeah, true indeed, but the storyline was dope as fuck. You know what I mean? The story, and for what it was, I loved it, bro. And again, it's all day for me.
Did you like Superman 3?
No, but that's just something totally different, bro. Like, I mean, again,
Richard
like
Pryor ass. I was like,
I'm not. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Gorman.
I'm just going to be completely honest. No, I did not like that film. Superman 1 and 2 were my thing. I think it was a stretch when they went beyond that. You know what I mean? It was just like, nah, I'm just not into it. I appreciated the attempt, but yeah, beyond that, nah, they were just gunning after that. They just wanted to put somebody in it, so they just chose Richard Pryor. And I was like, yo, I can't see you pass the toy.
All right,
bro.
so which one's worse, 4 or 3?
I think
4.
Well,
4 got Nuclear Man, his ass.
Yeah,
like,
4
was terrible.
4, you know what? Here's the thing.
Bad.
4 was DC's attempt to, because, all right, quick impact of story behind that. 4 was because at the time when they released that film, Marvel was kind of revamping, and they were looking for their interpretation at that time of Superman. They knew that they already actually had a character with Hyperion, so they were really ramping up to push that. DC at that time got wind of that, and they were like, oh, okay, no, let's release this particular film. And that's when they released that version of the character, which was horrible, but they did it anyway. You know what I mean? As a way to
Hyperion, honestly, just to suit a little different. That's all.
Yeah, it was damn near Hyperion, and they did that on purpose. So that's a fun fact. If you look it up, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But it was really fucked up. But Superman 4,
the dopest part about number 4 was that single strand of hair that held 1,000 pounds. That was the hardest part about the whole movie. Otherwise, that movie was shit.
Yeah, bro. Like,
but then Lex Luthor could just cut through it like it was nothing when he went to take it. Like, okay, so a pair of clippers just gonna take it off. Okay.
Yeah, like it wouldn't just like we don't talk about that film. There's certain films that we don't talk about, and that's
at least number 3 attacked the duality of the two of Clark and Superman and the two separate sides. At least it touched on that. 4 didn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, nah, it definitely didn't do a damn thing for me, bro. It definitely did not. It was a mistake, always will be a mistake, and it's not something that, I don't even bring it up in conversation. It was just that bad, bro, like that damn bad, and I should put you in timeout for bringing that shit up on this show, Cam, because it was horrible.
He did that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to do that though, like with movies, like there's only 2 Terminator movies.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah, without question, bro.
Come on, man. You like Genesis? Come on, man. I'm just kidding. Those movies are dog shit.
Hell yeah, bro. We don't talk about.
Do you ever see? Do you know like Salvation? Like Salvation is watchable, but it's not. It's like it's just there's not.
You didn't like Terminator 3?
No. The thing is, like Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, right? In the first one, Arnie's coming after you. He's going to kill you. That's scary. In the second one, the T-1000 coming after you, and he was scary. The third one, that girl was hot. She can catch me if she wants. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's like there wasn't scary. Like, you know what I mean? They wanted to be a bit scary, but yeah, nah, man,
it's nah.
What do they call it? The T Executioner or something? Or
no way.
It was some
what?
Yeah, the Terminator 3, the blonde Terminator. There was like
nah, there was like it was like the TX like some crazy ass number or some shit. Like I don't remember. The TX 1000 or something.
Yeah, like Do you ever do you know in Salvation there's this one scene towards the end where, like, I love Bale, but this is just a classic like overacting little smidgen. Like there's one scene, there's a little girl in it, and like he's there's some base they're trying to evacuate or whatever, and he's trying to get everyone out, and he runs out this hall and there's this girl just standing there, and he goes, "You move!" It's just really funny because it's just like I know it's an intense moment, but it's just like I think that was around the time where he went crazy with the song
rant. Bro.
Yeah, didn't he go crazy on that set?
Yep, he went on a rant and they recorded it. Like you can hear it. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy, bro!" Like straight up. But you went on a rant for a horrible film. But it is what it is, bro. I couldn't take that film. Real quick, if Hot Toys, again, 100th anniversary, decided that they wanted to release this figure.
Ooh.
And once if they decided that they wanted to release this in 1/6 scale form, would you guys, and seamless, would you guys be in it? Shane, I'm gonna start with you first. Would this be something like this sort of enticing, bro?
Enticing, there's a choice word. I don't think Megan would allow me to have this on my shelf, man. It's a pass for me.
It's a pass for you, bro.
Also, though, check out Red in the Ledger. His Wayne's World reference. You just love
it. Oh man. Yo, swing.
I'm in the car driving. What do you say? I can't read it.
Swing is like,
oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that people would get this, no question, bro. I mean, it's Linda Carter, definitely, and if it's done right, they would definitely do it. Dan, what about you? Would you get this in hand, bro?
I think it'd be cool to get like all like the OG like
collection. Like a set between her, Christopher Reeves, and
Adam West.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Would be dope.
I think that'd be cool to do, but she's beautiful, beautiful woman.
Yeah, it would definitely be something that I think would make it in the collection, and on top of that, bro, because there's a lot of people that have been asking for this piece for a long time. Yeah, I mean, it's something that they actually wanted for the longest time. And like even like now, bro, like when you look at Linda Carter, even her age, bro, she still looks good. You know what I mean? Yeah. She still is the personification of Wonder Woman. This is the person that you're gonna always look to. The thing is, it's like when you look at her right now, bro, and everybody knows that, like, I mean, royalty wise, she's always the face. Her likeness is there. People have to get rights to her likeness. I wonder how much she's charging for it. She was basically in the last Wonder Woman film. I think they said there were even plans to make her more of a centerpiece when they were going to do through the third one, to make her the focus, and it just didn't happen. But yeah, man. I mean, I think now, what about you, Cal? Would you get this in your collection, bro?
Can you go back to that last picture? And I might say yes.
Hold on, let me bring it up, bro. Let me see. Would you get this in your collection?
Might be a possibility.
Might be a possibility.
Might be a possibility. Yeah. She'd be posed just like that too.
It's gonna be sticky after a couple of months.
Oh shit!
Nah, she'd be pristine. You know what I'm saying? Be good.
Yo, definitely, bro. But like you said though, Dan, like to have all the classic versions, Adam West, her, have Reeves in one collection, even though like we know that I think when Wonder Woman was first released, she kind of fell within that line of Adam West, sort of. You know what I mean? At that time, Reeves, of course, it came like in the 80s and stuff like that. But unless they go with, like, say for instance, the original version of Superman, like I'm talking about the old
George
version of
Reeves.
that. George Reeves, yeah, like that would be incredible too. But nah, I mean, I know I would definitely get it, bro, because we've been asking for, even like the statue that they have of this piece is phenomenal. So to have this in your collection, and that's the thing, like, it's weird because I would have thought that for the 100th anniversary, this would have been a go-to, like this and the Christopher Reeves, but they just didn't go that route. So I don't know, man. It's just it's interesting to see what they choose and how they choose these figures. You know what I mean? Which is always like a weird situation. But I definitely, if they did something like that, I definitely would get it. Cam, I know you would too, bro. You can stop playing, bro. You know you would. You know you would definitely get that, bro.
Looks really good, but
nah, you wouldn't do it. Just wouldn't happen.
No.
I just can't wait to hear you gush over a figure that you would want to have in your collection, man.
You know, me and Cam like swap different ways of saying, like, okay, how are you gonna tell him? How are you gonna tell him?
Yeah, I know.
Are you saying that today? Are you gonna say?
Yeah, I know y'all do.
I'm gonna take that one today. It's like, it's not my wheelhouse, but you're gonna say that, and then we swap.
Yeah, motherfuckers, bro. You know what I'm gonna do though? One of these days, I'm gonna do a superimpose overdub of y'all voices. When y'all talk, I'm just gonna throw it on. Like, it's gonna say like you're saying yes. Your mouth's gonna be moving, but it's just not gonna be y'all talking. It's just gonna be funny as fuck. I'm just gonna do that because it's gonna make the most sense to do. But I don't know. I mean, the whole point of this, bro, like I said, I mean, especially with DC, especially with everything that's actually being filtered down the line, what we got 100th anniversary is that there's a lot, to be like, all right, for instance, we know that Mars Toys is actually doing the Michelle Pfeiffer. Eventually they're going to do Michelle Pfeiffer. We know that they're actually going back in the 66 line as well. We might get like an Eartha Kitt. I think they were, talking about doing that as well. Now, Shane, let me add. Yeah, Marcus. Yeah, definitely. Now, let me ask you a question on the panel. And it's everybody here who's actually going down the Dark Knight line, or like Shane, for instance, are you getting the Selena Kyle version of Catwoman?
I'm gonna wait and see how she turns out. I don't have a pre-order at the moment, but I have a bunch of Sideshow points. Again, I've said before, I don't really buy from Sideshow anymore. I've one open order with them, but from previous orders they've built up, and I keep playing their games. Their little Sir Sideshow and those little things that are giving out, and they got like $140 there. Like, so I'm kind of waiting to see how she turns out, and I'm more than likely spend those points on her. It's just, I've heard like the last one, the pleather did not held up well and started peeling. I know we all like to think that they might have changed it so it doesn't peel, but I just got to see how it turns out, because I would like to have that, because I got the DX19 here, but I got the Batpod there, and there's no one on the Batpod, so I'd put it like on the Batpod or next to the Batpod or something like that. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that definitely would.
I liked her. I liked her as Catwoman. Like, we've had some really good renditions of Catwoman, which are also different. Like, Pfeiffer is excellent. I really liked Anne Hathaway. I just thought she was real, like, she just suited the role. Like, she hated rich people and entitled people, and the way she acted it, like, she meant what she said. Like, like that scene. There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. I think, does she say that? Yeah. Like, that was, she meant it. Like,
You know what? The one version I didn't understand, the one thing I didn't understand about that film, it was one part when they basically were taking her to prison. I'm like, yo, were they taking her to an all male prison, bro? Like, was it just like prison that was like, crossed, like they didn't care. Like, it was just like literally, bro, like she's walking through and she's getting whistled at. She broke the dude's arm in the cell. Like, I was like, what? Like, what were they? But
maybe they were bringing her down to the female section or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
There's a funny thing about Dark Knight Rises. Like, there's a few little simple things that I wish they hadn't done. Like when I saw the two of them kiss in their cowls, I was just like, Why? Like I thought that I didn't think they needed to kiss. Like it's a simple thing. Like I just didn't think they needed to have that. Like, you know, it's different. Selena Kyle and Bruce Wayne kissing, that's one thing. But like when they're in their costumes, it just looks kind of funny and weird. I don't know. Whereas the Batman, didn't they kiss in the cowls? They did
They did, but
that was
didn't
done
have
right.
that was done right. She didn't
was
really
kind of
have
more
too much of a
seductive.
cow, and it was done right. And it was positioned in a way where it made sense because of how his cow was designed. So more of an open space. So yeah. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But you're right. Like
this is funny though, Lael. The front of this is sculpted and the back is rooted, isn't it?
Well, it looks like the whole thing's rooted.
Is it just really, really tight in the front, is it?
Yeah, it's
probably.
Yeah, because we saw how Proxa Midnight turned out.
Yeah, see, it looks like the whole thing. Yeah,
it's rooted. It's rooted.
Yeah, it looks like the whole thing is basically rooted.
This is one that I think you need to hold out and see how do anything with the suit. How's that hair gonna look? What's the likeness like?
Yeah. See, I have this on pre-order because, like I said, I did want this version, but I'm wondering now. I'm wondering, since they've introduced the whole wool situation with Wonder Woman, are they going to go the route with this?
No,
but
man.
You know,
USBs, man. It's Besman just has a little button cell batteries. No USB.
True. So it's not gonna, you know. But just completing the line, I definitely want to, you know, since I already have Bane, and to have Bane with that base, and then to have her, you know, with her base, you know what I mean? It just makes sense to have like something like that. And then if you have a deep enough display, you can create like your own bridge or something like that to make it look, or, you know, make sense. But that, and of course, you know, people are, if they have the Bat Pod, they're going to put her on that Bat Pod, you know, to kind of recreate that whole scene. So you already know that's definitely going to happen. But yeah, it is like a wait and see situation, because again, with the suit, you know, you don't want any peeling issues, you know, you don't want all that. So it is something that, you know, it's like a wait and see type of situation to see how that's going to pan out. But I don't know. Dan, are you getting this, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna get this. I don't have it on pre-order right now, but kind of like Shane. But I do plan on getting this, and I do plan on putting this on the Bat Pod.
Got you. What about you, Cal? You getting this, bro?
As of now, it's not ordered. I have the Queen Studios statue ordered for this.
6 scale, right?
6 scale.
Okay, and that makes more sense. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense, because it would look good in your display. You know what I mean? Like you can have that as an actual stand-in, and especially what you're trying to pull off, it would be dope. So definitely, bro. Definitely. Anyway, man, great discussion, you guys, today. I kind of wanted to make this DC focus. Notice that I didn't really talk about the quarter scale Boba Fett, because I think that's actually been kicked, you know, a lot, and I kind of wanted to make it DC focus, and I figured that if I put that on the thumbnail, Cam wouldn't show up. So I was like, yo, let me just make sure that's not on the thumbnail.
They had a family event.
He'd be like, I got something going on, man. So definitely, man. Anyway, great discussion. Everybody out there, thank you for coming through. It's been such an amazing discussion. Everything going down the line of DC, and what hopefully we could stand to see coming in the future, man. We never know, man. So, you know, a lot of good things going, a lot of things coming. So great day. Thank you guys for being here with us today. Shane, what you got coming up, bro?
I got Besman Luke in, so I got to do a review on that. Still haven't done a pre-order preview video on the Flash. And then tomorrow at 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time, which is 3 o'clock New York time, or midday West Coast, I've got episode 7 of the Hope Show. So maybe we'll get some drops tomorrow. And that'll be it. So thanks for having me on. Good to see the lads again. Thanks everyone for the stream. Hit the like, subscribe button, lads.
I actually happened to order that I got the that sculpt. So I found it. I found it and I pre-ordered it. So yeah,
I got mine as well. Thanks for the link.
Yeah. Oh, you got it too?
I forgot. Sorry. Shout out to Ben Thomas. I'm going to be on the Ben Thomas show later on for the show Let's Get Nuts, his Sunday show. So yeah, thanks for having me. And maybe if you want to check that out, lads, please do so. It's a good time.
Yeah, definitely check out Ben Thomas. Let's Get Nuts. So yeah, man, it's going to be exciting times, man. What you got going on? You know, everything outside of no. What else do you got going on, bro? Yeah.
That's about it. Just no, honestly. No, man. Thank you for having me as always, though. And so I'll be dropping my Luke Skywalker DX review today from The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
And then tomorrow I'll be seeing The Flash, so I'll be dropping a review, non-spoiler review on Tuesday. So that'll be exciting. Yeah, no spoilers over here. Hopefully everybody can stay safe and stay off the internet until Friday. Because people are dropping things left and right. Don't hit no hashtag because that shit is a wormhole at this point.
Yeah, I've been staying completely away from it. I'm not going to see it until Friday. I normally see it on Thursday opening night, but Friday I'm going to go because I want to see it in IMAX. And the IMAX theater that I'm going to actually see it in is in York. So we're going to travel down there with a lady and have a good time. So I can't wait for that. So definitely, man. I'm so excited about seeing it. I can't wait, bro. I definitely
can't wait. I've heard good things about it. So fingers crossed.
Hell yeah. I think it's going to be dope. You know, so shout out. You know, definitely can't wait. Oh, and mind you, everybody's link is in the description. If you haven't seen it, basically make sure you head over there, click on the link, subscribe to everybody's channels here. Let's get Cam to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure that you do. Calvin, what's going on with you, bro? Do I need to give you some theme music while you talk? Or you good?
No, I'm good. The bass works for itself. You know what I'm
all right, good. All right, what's going on with you, Cam? Calvin, what you got coming on, bro?
Say what on Wednesday?
Hell yeah.
LW on Friday, and I believe I have 2 slots for Flash on Thursday. So I'll be trying to catch that then.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely, bro. Check that out. If you haven't already, get over there to Calvin, Low Key Collector on Instagram. Subscribe if you haven't already. Become a, just go ahead, man. Like it's his shit because he's a pimp, and pimps be pimping. So you already know how that goes. Dan, what's going on with you, bro?
First of all, thanks for having me on. It's always a good time with the fellas on here. But yeah, got LWO, Calvin over here. I did drop the Bestman Luke of the DX25.
Cheating, yeah.
And yeah, I did drop the DX25 Luke Skywalker review today, this morning.
Cheating. Yeah.
So that thing's out if you guys want to check it out. I think it's a hell of a figure. Just more cheating always. That's always on the docket for me. Yeah. And yeah, man, if you guys just hit that like button and subscribe to everybody, it's always a good time. Man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. Appreciate you being here as always. Make sure that you subscribe to Dan, cheating ass Dan over there at 6 Scale Reviews. As always, man, thank you for being here. Always a pleasure. And everybody out there, thank you so much for being here. You have a blessed day. Rest of your day. It's a nice day outside. Get outside and get some air. If you can. It's going to be, well, I can't say fresh air depending on where you at. You know what I mean? Because it's still gloomy in certain spots. Air. So, you know what I mean? It's just air. If you can breathe it, I wouldn't suggest it, but it is what it is. And speaking of that, Ben Thomas, I hope you are doing well over there, bro, with the, because I know he's over there in Canada as well. So I hope he's breathing good and he's safe. So shout out to Ben, man. Hope you and your family is safe. You're not caught up in all this mess. But again, man, thank you for being here. It's been such a great time with everybody out there. What we got going on tomorrow, Comic Book Talk with Friends. We're going to talk about this new reboot. It's a current reboot that's actually coming up to the Ultimate Universe and how that's actually going to be. And again, Miles Morales, since he actually is hot right now, it's going to be a centerpiece for that. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow night on Comic Book Talk with Friends. So it should be a good one. Again, Wednesday, and then we also have there won't be a Figure Flex Friday. I forgot about that this Friday because I'm going to the movies. So it won't be one this Friday, but it will be the following Friday. So just wanted to kind of put that out there. But yeah, he said it's smoky as fuck, Ben Thomas. So yeah, definitely, man. But always out there, man. Appreciate everybody for being here. A couple videos that I got coming up. So just stay tuned for that. They'll just drop when they drop, so definitely, stay tuned. But again, thank you guys for being there. Always a pleasure having you guys here again. Stay safe. Have a great day. Again, we will see you guys next week. Same time, same channel. You already know what it is. And yeah, that's it. Have a good one.